It's about motherfucking time.
The filter is off.
The kids said this is no longer RuPaul's best friend race.
And we're going to actually untuck.
Oh, I plan to say a lot, goddammit. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants.
And we're Jamar84 here once again.
This is another installment of RuPaul's Drag Race, Rants and Reviews, Season 9, Episode 13. And this is the Reunited. And it does not feel so good. Okay?
For us.
Let me tell you something. We sat through so many boring untucks. I'm so happy. This was what we waited the whole season. And y'all, we're not trying to promote a mess, but be real about stuff.
Real, because there was so much that we were saying and that y'all were saying and thinking that was said on tonight. And I am so happy for, well, we're going to get to them. I'm going to give them a shout out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Two people in particular, Shay and Pheromone.
Shay and Pheromone, we're not playing the radio.
And you know what? I'll even give Sasha some because Sasha was quiet.
Sasha was doing
and
slick,
still
slight,
had some.
She was doing those slights I talk about. That little slight, not a good read, but a slight like, oh, okay. The little 2 words, 1 word, little readbacks. Let me tell you something. Kids, I got to blow pop today because I'm too much for this. I was done. We were shook
I had to. Just keep talking.
We were shook the entire time we were watching this episode.
From beginning to end.
We had to pause so many times and rewind and like, wait a minute.
This is too
Did she just
much.
say what I think she just said?
This is too, because if y'all remember, the last time that they had like a Reunited was All Stars 2, and that was some bullshit. And they used to do, before they started doing the finale
We'll
thing,
say it was bullshit because the one person who needed to show up to really talk about themselves didn't show up, which is what made it a bullshit reunion, because really all the girls would have read her motherfucking ass as she came there. That's what
would RuPaul have still done it in the same, just let all of it hang out?
RuPaul was messy. Well, girl, on social media, they had said, on social media, I was like, oh, you read those tweets too? Then if you read those tweets, you should see the tweets about me and Jamar being on World of Wonder with you. But, okay. I love you, Reezy Q's. But listen, we need to get into it. Y'all, you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel and Jamar84's channel as well.
All of that.
Let's go in.
Let's
start. First and foremost, everybody was kind of looking really great tonight. Everyone had a good look. A couple of things needed to be changed with a few people. That little
just minor, very fine details.
I thought Shay was a little overdone in certain aspects of her look. A little overdone.
I didn't even notice it till halfway through.
I was like, these armbands don't go with that. And what is this here? And then James Mansfield, you had pointed out that her lip was
James,
overdrawn
sweetheart.
for Jesus.
First of all, James wasn't given a lot of opportunities to say anything.
She didn't say anything. She didn't.
Now,
she read Valentina.
We'll talk about that.
She read Valentina.
But, sweetie, the way that you overdraw your lips, sweet, is not flattering for your face. It makes it look like your upper lip is almost connected to your nostrils. Just draw them the natural way they are. You do not have flat lips. They are just fine. You're drawing your lips up here, baby, and it is not. You're looking like
as Jamar is in full in beat today to give like a good classic example. Like
this is my natural lip shape, but then again,
they're bruised like that. All right. Let me get off my system.
Girl.
So we can get all that. No, but listen. So immediately we get into Alexis Michelle as the episode starts. I'm like, we're just. Mother, is that you? No, but listen.
Are we really gonna talk? Let's play. But no, okay,
it was over the reading issue and how she was able to dish it, but she couldn't take it.
And I'm glad
they caught their eye roll so quick.
Baby, again, like I said, Pheromone.
She was a trooper tonight. She didn't have to say too much, but when she did do anything or the camera caught her, it was on the money. She said, oh, please. I was like, damn, where did this Pheromone... Why weren't you like this during the season? You would have been...
But you know what? People always, like, the first time through, they're kind of in their nerves, the jitters, but they say afterwards, if I were to go back, I would be completely different because I already know what to expect. Boop. So, Farrah, please come back. I don't care what you do in what capacity.
She can do All Stars 3 now. Now I'm like,
everything.
okay, she can come back. She can come back after that. She has to show that same attitude. But Shay clocked Alexis because Alexis is like, I told everybody about my body issues before. And Shay's like, well, I didn't say anything about my teeth.
Right.
When I told you about how I felt about my teeth.
You thought that it was everything. You thought it was fair game.
So yeah, even with RuPaul had checked her for her criticism, the fact that she couldn't take any in the workroom, it was like, here it all comes full circle again. You just made another excuse for you being a bitch.
And she was like, she tried to make it like, we talked about it before, and my body issues was like, well, we talked about my teeth, but yet you still felt it was, a thing for you to talk about, and you basically called Pheromone a prostitute. And
Trinity said it best. This is the job. This is your career. We read each other back and forth. This may not be the career for you if this is something you can't take with anybody criticizing what you do.
And she said that in the confessional. She's like, bitch, we're drag queens. We read.
This is what we do.
We read.
Now, Aja then prompts this, which I felt was the only kind of scripted part here because RuPaul was ready to go with them glasses. Was like, so girl, would you be ready to, if someone read you now, would you be able to take it? And RuPaul all of a sudden pulled out these glasses.
Well, I just so happen to have these gumball machine glasses right here.
And when I tell you they went in, I want to give a shout out to Charlie Hides for that Joan of Arc brilliance reference to being executed horribly.
Now, at first, I was like, where's she about to go with this? Because they tried to make it seem like she was not about to be funny for a second. They tried to make it seem like she wasn't about to be funny. Then she just like,
Now, she got her. And
she
then
gave you educational and messy read.
Exactly. Now, James Mansfield, the only time she was able to really speak.
And all that mattered. It made up for it.
She read the Dutter
She
bust
was like, well,
cusp.
I had to read for Valentina, but I can't remember the words.
I didn't even say it right. But she read the fuck out of Valentina. I said, that was good. And then, but then Trinity and Eureka, it got real personal.
It was a cute little kiki, ha-ha girl.
But they started going back and forth. It was like,
now wait a minute, bitch. You ate James and the giant peach. Was say, well, bitch, I was the big bitch till your nose walked in the room.
I said, well, alrighty then. Done. I said, yeah, take it away. Mic off. Because they're about to keep going. And like Eureka said, I had a lot more to say. We know you did. We know you did, bitch.
We know you had all this harboring within your spirit. Girl.
Looking like Beetlejuice. Now, here come Charlie Highs and the lip sync debacle. They weren't living. They weren't taking no excuse from Charlie.
Shay Coulee.
MVP of tonight. Because she was going in.
Was not letting any of the girls any of their bullshit slide upon tonight. She's like, I had a cracked rib, and, Shay, we had to lift you about 30, 40 times. Shay was like, girl.
Well, I'm used to doing sushi. Well, Shay's used to doing, Trinity's used to doing sushi, and you can do that so many times, but I'm not. I said, girl, that was the most.
That wasn't a good example.
I was like, what? Okay, bitch. Like, stop. Like, at this point, they called you out on it. Eureka had a pop. What was she? Torn ACL?
Yeah.
And she was able to continue on. She was walking on it. She wasn't even going to leave.
She was just going to keep pushing. But, and Shay was like, bitch, you were walking all through the workroom. You made it down the runway.
We saw you made it down that runway. You were fine. Like, now all of a sudden, this was the issue.
And then somebody said online something about her having diarrhea. There's just multiple excuses being thrown around here, and nobody knows what's the truth.
And what did Trinity say later? I'll give Eureka this much. She didn't make any excuses, unlike Charlie. I was like, damn. I said, they're not letting her live today. Not with her name on top of her head, baby. The fuck you mean? I said, okay. The fuckery, the shenanigans, and the foolery was out tonight, kids. I was living for tonight. They talked about Eureka's exit, too. Mm-hmm. And, Trinity saying, well, I still hope you lose season 2.
He's like, well, I still hope you lose season 2. And even though she said that, she was like, you know what? I really... that was another good... It was like, asked a good question. Like, are you... how did you feel? Were you happy about her leaving? Or were you sad? And Shay was like, look, bitch, I'm going to keep it real.
I was happy.
You was a fierce competitor, but at the back of my head... And, like, on a personal level, I felt sorry for you. But as a competitor,
I said, there we go.
And Trinity, even though she said they had their words back and forth, she was like, even though we had our differences, I would have rather her left the competition because she deserved it, not because she was injured.
Yes.
So, more respect to Trinity.
Absolutely. But The big guns, the big beat, okay?
Dance to the big beat.
Are you the Valentina's Elimination? You see how I'm taking my face away? Because my face was taken off of whatever I was doing. It was put on the TV screen. They were not letting that baby have none of it. They were not letting her have none of it. So I'll say this first. So we go in this order here. Sasha with the girl. After she was like, well, I didn't really know the words. And then Shay said, that's a 7-word chorus. And what's really killer about all this, y'all, is that we said this shit. And we got read for it. Oh, y'all are hating Valentina. Yak. No. This is something that's been going on for 9 fucking seasons.
This is a requirement of the show.
You have to know better.
Every queen, no matter if they felt like they were safe, no matter if they felt like they did the best, your job on this show as a contestant is to know each and every lip sync song for the lip sync, just in case there's some fuckery.
And RuPaul said it. If you do bad that week, you're going to be in the bottom 2. And if you're in the bottom 2, you're expected to lip sync and know the words. And you all have the words. Well, I had the words. Now, hold on, sis. When Alexis Michelle, for all of her fuckery, came in there and said, well, I have something to say. In defense of Valentina, I saw the words written on her notebook, which Sasha gave the perfect
girl.
And then what did Shay say? You just saying that so that the Valentina fans can get off of you.
Look, Shay has no fucks to give. Her reservoir of fucks has ran dry.
The well full of the girl from the ring with the 7 days given, she's already been put back into her Pandora's box. I can't. She was going the fuck in.
She was like, bitch, that was a 7-word chorus. And because everybody asked her, like, Valentina, you know that you're Elimination and you had all these fans. Mm-hmm. You clearly saw, they was like, I was disconnected from social media. I wasn't really wanting to be a part of that.
Before we get there, because you're right about that. Before we get there, before she even did that, she compared herself to Selena. Now that's when I was like, I hope these fans really take heed about that comment. But you know what? That's huge.
Most Valentina's fans were born, or they were just coming out the cooch at that time when Selena was really a big star. So they really may not even know who Selena is. But just because you're both, age. It is what it is.
I know, but
because the bitch ain't old. But
you know, we're not there yet. We almost.
There's no Selena.
You got to think about Selena, y'all. For those who are Selena fans or even knew of Selena, like even when the whole incident happened and her death and all of that, it was huge, and it's still a big deal. It's still something that you don't even like. People with Aaliyah, don't go there. Like that's the one where you're like, don't go there. Don't do that. Don't do that, sis. I was a little disappointed she even said that, and everybody else's faces was like Peppermint, especially. She went. She had to look around like, now where'd that come from?
Who is she? Is she talking about Selena Gomez? Is she talking about, like...
I was like, she should not have said that. That was a little...
It was in poor taste.
You just made yourself that big? Okay, bitch.
See, that's how it gets to know
she
who
said,
Valentina
fans are
thinks
treating
she
me that
is.
way. And then... Like Shay said, like Shay did, she was like, girl, but you didn't tell your fans anything like that. And then you felt disconnected from social media at the time. But then she even had brought up the point, you just said when we were doing our promo that they know that they were going to come for Benina Brown because she's in her home. And she said that I'm going to defend her once this happens, because I know that they're going to go crazy. And like everyone said, she really didn't come to the defense. I know Nina posted a picture showing the little text messages or whatever that Valentina had gave her saying, I'm sorry for what they're doing, da-da-da-da-da. But nothing was really posted on social media.
Nothing was public. Okay, that's where it counts.
Even for Alexis Michelle, when they were going in on Alexis Michelle, she said, I had death threats. I had these people talking about me. Now, y'all know I have not been the biggest fan of Michelle
But I'm not about to sell.
But I will not go on no one's fucking social media page and tell them that they're horrible. You should have gone home. I don't do that. Why? Energy.
It's not that serious. I may not like you on the show, but I'm not going to try to discredit you.
I'm going to go to your page and be like, girl, you're horrible. Who does that?
I don't
punk
understand
shit.
that. When people go to people's pages that they don't like, I don't get it.
What, girl? Please.
I don't get it.
Like, please.
But, you know how they
You already know where the buttons are, kids. You know which ones you're going to press for those who have subscribed just to do certain things.
They're gonna come regardless, so there's nothing.
Whatever.
You can sit here and talk about ponies and unicorns, and they're still gonna read us.
Penis, vagina. Someone's offended. Okay, so next topic.
Well, the people over 50 are. Oh my God, this is
Jesus
vile.
Christ! I can't believe he went there. But listen, but again, the whole. Then Shay, are you mad right now? And then Shay's like, do I look mad? Well, you raised your voice, and I said, Valentina, did you not just kind of yell at her just a second ago, like for her even bringing that up? So, I was like, hold on, bitch.
Let me try to recap and remember how this thing went. What was the first exchange? Because it was like, because Valentina had upped her voice and said, well, you have a lot of opinions about me today, Shay.
Girl, we're just having a conversation.
She was like, so, like, are you mad?
Do I look mad?
I was like, I mean, you just raised your voice at me.
Oh, here's Shay's hand. Shakes. I said she wanted to say so much more. She wanted to go in, but she said, I'm gonna let it go because you about to get me out my character. And I was like, y'all, Shay Kool-Aid came to slay this goddamn reunion, honey. I was like, this is some drama.
I was like, oh yeah, but see, that is what we needed. It was real.
When RuPaul says, after the whole, this is what you're expected to do when you get on the show. She goes, I don't care how pretty you are or how old you are.
Did the camera pan to Charlie?
I think it did.
Or did she point to Charlie?
I don't know, but all I know is
how pretty you are or how old
like,
you are.
Oh, bitch, that was for Charlie Hides, and that was for Valentina. That was a 2-for-1. Ooh. 2 birds with 1 stone. I said, RuPaul, you okay, bitch? I love you.
I saw it.
I love you, Ru.
I caught on to that. That was everything.
It was on it. It was all over it. I was done.
And she just gave the lowdown. Like, look, the way of the show is, you come on. If you do worse than the challenge, you put in the bottom 2. And you put in the bottom 2, you lip sync for your life. If you don't lip sync, you're eliminated. That's
I was just like, but my reads to her Valentina's weren't reads. I think I was just aggressively complimenting her.
Which is a very interesting and
I said, if you didn't just hit the dog and then pet it at the same time, like, girl, bye. You was reading her. It's okay. It's okay, eyeballs. It's okay.
But that was
getting her together.
Look, can we really for like 12 seconds? What was that? Did anything else on her outfit have to do with an eyeball? Or what?
Yeah, it was a face. That dress was a face. You were not paying attention.
Was it? Really?
Yeah, it was a face.
I have to go back and look.
Yeah, the dress, like, see.
Did she ever give it standing up, or what she said? Could you tell her sitting down?
She stood up. Yeah, I could tell standing while she was sitting down. Yeah, it was a face, and the eyeball was meant to where she set her hand a certain way. It would make a whole complete look. So yeah, it was supposed to be like a face, but deconstructed. I was paying attention.
I didn't see it.
I'm sure we'll hear about it in the comment section. So listen. Now we need to get to Nina Bonina Brown. Someone had wore the shirt today. I don't know who. Oh, you. And
I will get up and show my Nina shirt. Yes. I forget where the writing is.
Okay. It's not in there. It didn't. Nina, it didn't make it.
Wait.
You're about to do it again? You're about to do it up again?
Yes. Ha. There it is. Okay. He can give that face all he wants.
You did it for the whole time we were recording all those episodes, bitch.
That's okay.
But Shapoopy. Anywho.
Not Shapoopy.
The girl who wants to get Family Guy. So listen. Okay, Nina. We have been on your side for a while. But this was the time. I'm having to open up my shirt for this one. I got a little hot. This was the time that you could have said who was talking about you, what instances it happened, where it took place, what it was about. This was your time. But bitch, you copped out, and I was a little bit hot about it. I was like, so she's not going to say who it was? So Shay gave you instances.
Oh, boy.
I want to see the receipts. I said, I want to see them too. But then I think I remember seeing that one time, but I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to even say yes. I just want to say that I have seen in certain instances where, yes, you may have made a comment about she doesn't live for me at all. She was shady behind the scenes. But then I wanted her to clap back with other stuff that was being said about Nina. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, there was ammunition, but where was it? It made it almost seem like, yes, you were being paranoid on the motherfucking show. And that nobody was really talking about you. And
it wasn't even an edit this time.
Even Kimora came in for the read. I was like, what is this?
Because now I do remember there was a live where they were watching Kimura's show. And Nina was being Nina, just talking about, just basically,
because that's what Nina does, though.
Because Nina's, honestly, if you're not used to Nina, if you're just, coming up to Nina for the first time and going to her live and she talks about you, you're going to take offense to it. Okay?
I did the first time.
But you learned. You figured it out.
After, we had a conversation and I was like, okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm
that's
good.
Like the first time it may seem a little abrasive. It may come off a little, abrupt. But it's not meant to be, malicious. And that's why she was like, it was a joke, honey. And then once she saw that Kimura started getting really offensive,
she's like, girl, it was a joke. It was a joke.
I don't need to
you didn't say JK. I was like,
What joke says JK? Do we
have to say JK after everything that we say?
It's just like, bitch, if you know you're sickening, just be sickening.
I mean, because she was sickening sitting at that reunion, so that's why I was like, why are you pressed?
She was giving...
Woo! I was like, all right, come on.
Kimura's been giving it. She's like, I don't know what, but at DragCon, she was sickening. On the red carpet, she was...
Yeah, what her look is for next week is going to be stellar, okay? And you could tell after this all happened that nobody was really pressed or mad about each other except for some other people we're about to get to in a minute. Because there's... Ooh! When I say Taylor Swift's Bad Blood was playing, like, all in the last 5 minutes of the show, like, it was like Katy Perry versus Taylor Swift, like, all at the end. Like, it really was. But, okay, so do we just need to get to that? No, real quick here. Real quick. Alexis Michelle, you had another moment. It was like, Like, there was another instance of them having to talk to her about something, and it was just like, like, whatever that was about. I don't even remember. I don't even care. It was just something silly. Cynthia Lee Fontaine and James Mansfield barely spoke. Cynthia had a toot moment or whatever, and then she came out for Miss Congeniality, and that was it.
They had that. Do we want to talk about the fact they had a mini fashion photo review of each other's look? They were shady for the ones they picked out. They knew.
They picked the ones that everybody on social media were not happy or whatever or lived for or whatnot. They did that. Either loved or hated it. Those are the ones that they pulled out there. I'm shocked they didn't pull any of Nina's looks because I was waiting for that Shay.
They were, but not as many people. I guess it wasn't as divisive. I guess they just didn't feel the need. But what was kind of shocking, and Sasha was kind of shocked, like when they talked about her little...
The Western look,
the look
cowboy.
that y'all loved. She was like, honey, this a boot. And Sasha was like, it was like, oh, really?
Oh, you really thought that of me, sister? You really thought that of me? I thought we were better than that, sister.
Right, well, you said I was stepping on your toes during the...
I could have swore we had a better relationship, ASCII, and what was the other one?
Tits?
Teats and ASCII?
I think that's what it was.
I'll watch the season later on. But I have all the episodes on Amazon. But the motherfucking point here. So Miss Congeniality they chose to do it for the reunion. No one is shocked who won. No one is shocked. But spooked is a different story.
Girl.
Honey, Valentina won Miss Congeniality. Round of applause.
Yay. And Aja was just like...
I mean, Aja goes, like, no, I don't agree with that.
And everyone was like, oh.
Everyone's like, oh, okay. But Pheromone.
Because I just don't see it.
This is your moment. This is your time.
Because they were about to let it go. Because Aja's already laid it to her. Like, bitch, I don't think you're congenial. I don't think you're this. I don't think you're that. And everybody was basically just like, Valentina.
Valentina's face was all perfect throughout. Whatever anybody read her face was like perfect. Like, well, that's her opinion. And my mother taught me to be congenial. And
like bullshit.
But when Farrah got personal, like, girl, we were sisters throughout the competition. We talked about everything with each other. You have to get a little moan in after she says certain words.
Oh my God.
But you didn't talk to me for 5 months after the show. The only time that I texted and called you, the only time you texted me was when I texted you about your elimination. And then you responded, yes.
Well, I love and respect you.
No, you don't love me.
Look, Valentina tried so hard to hold and maintain this. I am Valentina.
But she finally got shook. She finally got shook when Pharoah was still talking. And she said, oh, Pheromone, just shut up. I was like,
it cracked. It crumbled.
Said,
and y'all saw the real Valentina.
She
was like, okay, fuck this. Bitch,
there it is.
Catch me outside.
Like, real talk, when them cameras ended, I'm sure there was either a silent moan or there was some shade being thrown backstage. But I said, Pheromone, that is the most I have seen from you, Miss Thing.
And Pheromone had jokes.
Oh, yeah, she had a couple jokes. She was on a roll. She was feeling herself with that big old high pink hair and that highlighter.
Baby, highlighter was...
She could be the spokesperson for anybody's brand for highlighter. Like, whatever new highlighter anybody comes out with, Pheromone needs to be the spokesperson for it. Like, period. Like, done. Because that face was beat. I'm not even going to lie.
It was. And they did a lot of close-ups on Pheromone.
They did a close-up on Charlie Hyde's running eyeliner, too.
Oh,
you were like, Matt, rewind. I was like, what are you talking about?
Look at that. That shit is running. And I saw somebody, when they came back for break, they corrected it. I caught that. I'm just going to say I caught that.
Oh my God, y'all. So this kind of made up for all of the boring untucks that we've been going through. A lot of these edited out moments that were on the show. It did seem like a RuPaul's Best Friend race. And I love how RuPaul said, this is not RuPaul's Best Friend race. And I was like, well, bitch, that's how it was edited.
Well, shit, well, it's not
It
now.
was edited that way, but now
we get to talk about the real deal.
Them hoes, they came for the jugglers tonight.
And RuPaul decided to do reveal. If you didn't already know,
we all already knew.
The format of next week is about to be a lip sync sudden death battle extravaganza.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
And if you want to know how this is supposed to pan out, you can find it. We're not going to talk about it here, but the whole concept, I personally don't agree with because it's kind of basically waters down the value of winning a challenge in the actual show because that means all I have to do is just be safe or maybe win a time or two and make it to the final and I could potentially win over somebody who won every challenge every week. So we'll see how this goes. People who've been at the finale have said it's the greatest thing they've ever seen. It's awesome. You're in for a treat.
Because I'm sure we're going to get some disgustingly awesome, amazing lip sync moments. I'm sure of it. But as far as what the show was about with I have this amount of wins. I've not been in the bottom this many times. The cumulative score does not make any more sense anymore. It just was a way of getting them into that top position. Mm-hmm. And I say this, and I'll say it now, RuPaul and Asia. If you are going to do this season, do it for the rest of the seasons. You might as well. Have a top 4. Fuck that last episode. Get us to the reunion. Have them girls go in on each other and bring up social media since these kids out here don't know how to control death threats while y'all were talking about Tyra Sanchez, but you telling somebody else to go die and kill themselves. What? Ooh, I'll bring it up right now. So does that apply to you when you do that to other queens or just to Tyra doing it to other people? Some in the comments, Tyra Sanchez is a bitch though. Yeah, and it was a bitch for you to tell someone to go kill themselves.
But I'm going to say Tyra has really been relatively silent all these years. She hasn't really addressed anything. It's always been like slight jabs from Raven, Morgan. I don't think anybody,
Tatiana for sure. That is going to live down, is always going to be like the rivalry of all rivalries there.
Like, if you ever deny or ever am starting to deny Tyra Sanchez, watch the final lip sync between her and Raven.
She got it. It was it. That was it. I'm sorry.
And there was she posted, I forget where it was. It had to have been on Instagram or Twitter or somewhere where she had got RuPaul and RuPaul said, stop, denying her this. Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, be nice, be kind. She won this motherfucking competition. And Tyra was like, thank you.
I said that was a read to Tatiana. I said, and at the same time, she's still petty. Now, I don't agree, and I'm glad we're addressing this now since we made this a shorter video than normal. I'm glad. No, I don't. No, I'm sorry. I do not agree with how Tyra Sanchez released that picture saying "Rest in peace, Morgan McMichaels." Mm-hmm. I thought that was very tasteless. Mm-hmm. Now, all she needed to do was just release the audio track of the guy talking to her, and that would have been satisfying enough. That actually probably would have changed the course of a lot of things for her. But that picture was distasteful. Now the next, did you hear that whole thing I had sent you about the third one?
Did, and I am so mad I didn't go to that panel. I was just like, oh,
when she talked about what happened, baby.
And that reigns true because, Tyra.
It was facts.
Now, this could have been either shady on whomever's part, but Tyra had a booth way on the far end next to like Charlie Hides and some other people who were guest judges. There was nobody in their lines. And
from being there firsthand.
There was nobody in their lines. But I think that's because I didn't even know they were over there. Somebody had to come up to me and told me that Charlie Hides only had 6 people. I'm like, only 6 people, really?
Isn't that shady for someone to go like, girl, I just walked by Charlie Hides thing? They walked by, didn't ask for the autograph, walked by, and I just saw Charlie Hides only had 6 people. Bitch, you could have sat in line and made it 7.
And I was like, you know what? I have to see receipts. And she brought me over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, my next question is, Jamar, did you stand in line for a Charlie Hides autograph?
I stood in line for Charlie Hides at South Beach.
I asked about...
I didn't want to do it twice. But I did see Charlie later at the art house. And look, I showed her love there. But DragCon, for those who have been, you have to be very selective on who you see. And if anybody that I've already seen or I know was going to see in South Beach, I was like, look, baby, I love you. I'm trying to see you later because I have other things that I want to do. And it's no shade. It's no shade.
I call shade.
I love Charlie.
I call shade.
But and you know what? That's why I'm glad that they gave RuPaul's DragCon to New York City so you can go twice because
I think I'm going to the New York one.
I'm glad. That's actually a good idea.
You went to that one and I was like, I think I'll go to the New York one.
I'll try. I ain't gonna make no promises because, baby, it was a miracle that I made it to the LA one. But
I know the story about that.
But I encourage anybody, if you have a chance to go, it is going to be a lot. It's going to be very overwhelming. But I definitely recommend the experience. But that's why it was a lot. It was a lot to do. So I'm glad that they're giving you an opportunity. If you didn't do it this DragCon, you do it in the next DragCon. And before I let this thought leave my mind, when we were talking about the format of the finale, if they did this format, how would season 8 have ended?
Girl, whoever would have lip synced against Chi Chi lost. Whoever would have. I'm thinking of the top 3 now. Oh, it would have been Bob and Chi Chi.
Chi Chi would have ended.
Unless it would have been Bob versus Chi Chi.
Chi Chi still would have ended everyone.
I think that's and it's.
Kimchi,
real
girl.
Talk, y'all. Think about lip syncing.
Naomi,
now.
girl,
you were saved by Acid Betty's foolishness. Let's be real about it.
Acid Betty tried to give birth on stage. It didn't work.
And pulled out all of her props.
She's like, fuck these things out the way. But you know what? If it came down to Bob and Chi Chi, it would really depend on the song.
Yep, it depends on the song.
Because Bob can is hilarious,
and he can lip sync down too.
And what if it was like another, like, not the same one like Jennifer Hudson, but what if it was in that same style? Like, Chi Chi would give the soul, but Bob would probably give the comedy.
And not just the comedy, but Bob can emulate off of those emotions too when it comes down to it.
Oh God, that I would have wanted to see.
I mean, we could talk about season 7 and go down to the top 4 there as to how that would have went down. It'd have been Pearl gone because she would have Hulk smashed her way out the competition. It'd have probably been Violet versus Kennedy.
And if you know what, I'm not going to say that about
you already know what's going to happen if you say it, because you already know what these people are ready to do on their phones with their thumbs or on their keyboards.
That's a very interesting case because season 7, a lot of people didn't like the final, so it's almost like, would they have cared?
God, that final was horrible.
Would they have cared either way?
That was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Wait, the final finale or the taping?
Above. It was horrible. See, I got a text now. People are hurt, talking about they came for Valentina. I can't believe they went in. They ganged up on her. Y'all.
If y'all don't get out of from underneath Valentina's rectum and see the lights, that somebody who knew Valentina and was close to Valentina for that time, the Spittle Pheromone said that she basically didn't talk to her for months. and how everybody was just kind of like, I felt like you were in this competition for yourself, how you didn't really connect with the rest of us, should go to show Valentina's true intentions. She had her thoughts and feelings about the rest of these girls.
And because I know a lot of y'all won't even get to this point in the video because that's what you do. You just immediately assume. You don't like really fully go through this. Listen to me here. Valentina was in there for a competition. I totally understand it. I totally agree with it. I don't find anything wrong with it. I do have an issue with how she did not handle her fans with certain things publicly. There you go.
Because she tried to make, I talked to them personally.
No.
They can't see that.
You got to do a video. Like when they had got you together over the Columbia Coke joke, Miss Thing. You remember that when she got it in that bed. You guys, I didn't mean for that to be said about me and everything that was going down. To the people of Colombia, I love you. I don't mean that to be any kind of regard. And that accent was lost in this reunion half the time as well.
Because when she got, will you just shut up?
I said, there goes LA. But at the same time, I was sitting there going, okay, girl, when you could do that, why couldn't you do that same thing when all the other girls were getting attacked? You didn't do that. And here we are again, kids. Had she known the words to that song, I guarantee you both would have motherfucking stayed in the competition and we wouldn't be having this conversation. But it was a 7-word chorus and we know it went down. So, you know what to do. Like this shit, share this shit, subscribe to my channel. And what did you think about tonight's episode in the comment section? How do you feel about a lot of the queens after they spoke their truths? Okay?
Because they spoke their truth.
Do you feel like Valentina deserved to be Miss Congeniality? Are you on Team Aja, Team Farrah? Are you still Team Valentina? Are you Team Shay? Are you Team Trinity? Team Peppermint? Nina, Eureka, all the rest of them in the whole land of Oz?
That's actually a good question. Do you believe that Valentina should have won Miss Congeniality?
I get to ask you that too. Do I think that Valentina should have won Miss Congeniality?
And if not, who?
I don't think Valentina should have won Miss Congeniality. I think out of all of them going over the season, I almost said someone's name and I'm like, no, not them. I would have given it to Peppermint. I would have gave it to Peppermint, but she wasn't supposed to be top 4 either. Boop. Same question to you, Jamar84. Do you think Valentina should have been Miss Congeniality? And if not her, then who? Burp.
Oof. Okay. I'm trying
Speak.
I'm trying. Speak. I would agree that it would go to Peppermint, but at the same time, hear me out. I'm also kind of thinking Eureka.
That's who I was going to say. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. That was the one I was going to be like, Eureka, but I stopped myself because Eureka had moments where I wouldn't have given it to her.
True.
And she's going to be on the next season on top of that. So I would have felt like that would have been like a Miss Cuckoo moment.
Yeah, but
I'm shocked
just
that even
I didn't give it to Valentina because it really was a fan favorite thing.
I would have said James or Eureka. Just because James wasn't there long enough.
True, but then
that would have been a pity vote for that one. Oh, I'm sorry, James. I didn't mean it that way, but I meant it that way.
How you gonna try to soften him, but then stab him?
Oh, that like what did Aja say? Like
I aggressively complimented her.
her.
Which it kind of was. She was very aggressive, but she was saying a lot of nice.
She was basically reading her, but just making fun of the judges and how much they loved her. But anywho, y'all, thanks again for joining us. We appreciate the love and the wonderful comments and nothing that gets too personal and nasty. Because some of you, I'm like, where are y'all at? Like, calm down.
It's just a show.
There is no Untucked tomorrow. I don't see it happening. It's not going to happen. What were they Untucked about?
The last Untucked was done.
Guys, I won't be doing Untucked tomorrow. I'll have something I'll post tomorrow. Trust and believe. I'll probably do after the reunion thoughts. Yeah. Okay. That'll be me tomorrow. After the reunion thoughts. What's the idea?
We'll talk about that when it's over.
Okay, cool. More stuff. to come.
I just thought of an idea that you may get another one with us if he agrees.
Well, what is it? You have to say it here.
Okay. Do you want me to say it?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You know these kids like to tell us, do it, do it, do it. Okay, no.
Do you want to, while I'm here, do a album review of Witness?
No. Tsunami. I'll be honest. I'm not.
Have you fallen out of love with it?
I have. I only like 4 songs on it now. So I wouldn't be the person
Secretly?
to do it with. Are you still like bumping it?
I'm bumping.
Do you know what I'm bumping right now? And you're gonna laugh at me for what it is.
Wait, let me think. Is it Swish Swish again?
No, I hate that song. It's nothing Katy Perry.
Is it Witness?
I told you I don't listen to that album anymore.
Oh, you're talking about this is a whole separate album now.
Yeah, I don't listen. Like I told you, I'm off of it now.
Oh, so you say what you're bumping now?
SZA is what I'm listening to. I like that album, and I'm glad that people are called her out for that bullshit she said on Twitter a while ago about gay men, but then she took it back like a couple years later, but no one's still letting her breathe about it. But more so than that, the Steven Universe album came out, and yes, I am listening to it, and I can't help it.
It's on iTunes?
It's on Spotify. Oh my God. Like, it has every song from the show on that bitch. The original, as a matter of fucking fact, no, I can't do it right now because I would be copyrighted for this, but the whole fact is...
It's only one album for the whole...
No, it's just volume 1 of it. It's just volume 1 of it. Look. Hey, Alonzo, I got your text in the middle of this video. No games were being played. But...
If you're evil and you're on the rise, you can count on the 4 of us taking you down, cause we're good and evil.
That's all I'm gonna do because we'll totally get screwed for it. But kids, listen, we didn't get to the Crystal Gems part, but the fact is that it is so pretty and it has all the songs. The one with Ruby and Sapphire, when they had their little coming together moment, and then the whole Pearl with I forgot what the song is called, but it's
the one that I can think offhand. I think it's old. It's the Giant Woman.
All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You don't know. I'd be listening to this at night and I'd be like in tears like through half of the songs, and like I just can't help it because
it's a very well made show. It looks
such a good show.
And there's not very many of those on Cartoon.
This one.
I was fine with the men who would come into her life now and again.
He was I was over
secretly
here.
My favorite.
I was over here one week, and he got so excited about the Steven Universe movie.
It was that hour special. It's not a movie. It was an hour special, and they had it to where it showed. You all know what I'm talking about. Where they ended up. Oh, girl, we got all off topic. I don't care. They'll listen.
What we do.
This is the end of the show. You already know.
It is what it is.
These people, please don't fight nobody. Listen, the whole Lars and dying and then being reborn again by Steven's tears was amazing. Like, and now he has this like portal ability like Lion does now, and it's really fucking amazing. And I'm just mad that I have to wait another month and a half or so to see the conclusion of all that or what is going to happen, because Lars is stuck on Homeworld. Oh my God, I just can't. Okay, listen, y'all. Okay, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? I'm going to have a Steven Universe moment. I'll be doing some stuff on Steven Universe. I do love that cartoon like it's nobody's business. Steven makes me cry. It's just such a good show, and it's full of emotion, and it's like real but not real. You know what I mean? Like, it's not reality, but what they're talking about on emotional level is real shit. And it does express things about transgender, cisgender, pansexual, all that type of things, non-descriptive terms for people's identities. It is fucking brilliant.
Cartoon Network.
Blow pop, man.
Because Cartoon, it's on the same places. Well, I ain't gonna talk about that show.
You almost talking like were you about to say Adventure Time?
No, Adventure Time is aren't they made by the same people?
No, not the same people. I was
gonna say Teen Titans Go. And the only thing
they ruined Teen Titans.
cute, but I know the original
It's
show.
It's cute and funny, but it's not as awesome as the original one. And that is what I was saying.
The original show had drama, it had character build up, it had like you really got to know the backstory on a lot of the on all the characters. Starfire and her sister and all that drama. Raven and just anything going on with her. And Cyborg, how he became a cyborg, and it's just it was great. It was great, and they just ruined it.
Waffles.
And we're not even gonna discuss the Powerpuff.
We're not gonna do it. We're not. Oh, they ruined the Powerpuff Girls as well.
I want to punch whoever thought that was a good idea.
The first episode with the fucking panda that cries rainbows.
I was like, what she said, dance party, and they started twerking.
I was done. Yeah, Cartoon Network. Oh, and the Ben 10 remake too, the sixth one.
I'm like, how many? There've been
Jesus Christ.
I lost track after the first. I was like, I'm not interested anymore.
So I'm titling this video "The RuPaul's Drag Race Reunited
slash
Cartoon Network debate."
Because baby, that could be a whole different.
We'll probably do a video on that too.
I am ready.
Yeah, we'll do a video on that. So let us know in the comment sections if you want us to do a Cartoon Network old versus new video.
It's all bullshit. No, it's not.
Not all
there
of it.
are a handful, and when I say a handful, like 3 that are.
I actually like Clarence. And the fact that one of the kids has 2 moms, I thought that was amazing. I was like, absolutely. He's really stupid, but he has this heart about him. I don't know, something about it.
I feel like. Are we gonna keep this in the same? Because I don't want to start.
Yeah, we're just gonna stop it. We'll stop it.
Bring that back up again.
We'll do it again.
Because I have a thought.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a video on that. Okay. Thanks again, everybody. This will mostly be edited out.
It shouldn't be. If you're here, it shouldn't be.
Oh, I might as well. I should just not even edit this whole video. No, I'm editing the other shit. But yeah, okay. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow to go over some of the shenanigans that happened and what we feel after that. Talk to you soon. His face, my lips.
And next week it'll be even draggier for the finale.
Okay.
Bye.
Matty Rants. Matty Rants.